Sorry. What a beautiful day in Port Dover. Hi, I'm Mark. You may know me from such great hits as Hi, I'm Mark from David's Restaurant, or that classic, Hi, I'm Mark from the Links at Dover Coast. But tonight, I'm Mark from the Lighthouse Theatre with the Port Dover Foundation, here with our first annual telethon. What's a telethon, you say? It's a chance for you to learn about our beautiful community of Port Dover, all the while pledging to us some funds so we can be entrusted and communicate or contribute to the community in which we live. So often we're asked, what is the foundation? Well, it was founded many years ago by a generous young man named John Wells and many others who put together this foundation. And since that time, we've been able to contribute to great community causes here in Port Dover itself. How do you contribute? You see the phone numbers on your computer right now. 519. What are they, Amy?
Well, funny you should ask. 519-718-3537 or 519-718-3547 because we anticipate that one of the lines will always be busy tonight, Port Dover. And Mark's going to chat about a silent auction a little bit later, but if you're interested, 519-718-3549.
Maybe we should talk about that silent auction right now, Amy. How about we do that? Sure. Donated by Bruce Steinhoff and painted in 2011, just on my left, your right, is a lovely painting called Maitland River. Retails for $3,000. Auction bidding begins at, look at that picture. Auction bidding begins at $2,000 and it goes in $100 increments. Again, that number for bidding is 519-718-3549. We will let you know well in advance of the auction ending. So, without further ado, I think we need to move on to the agenda of the evening, and that's some entertainment and thanking our sponsors. We're going to first start by thanking C² Home and Decor.
Woo!
Yeah, nailed it. Lovely pencil for writing checks with. You don't necessarily have to write a check with a pencil. You can send us money by e-transfer, on Facebook Live, or by calling one of these two numbers, Amy.
519-718-3537 or 519-718-3547.
Chris, what do you got for us?
This is a song about Port Dover. What's it called? Port Dover. Port Dover. All right. What do you think? A little bit of heart. When you go down to Port Dover, you can walk along the beach. When you go down to Port Dover, take a walk along the street. There's a lot of friendly faces. There's a lot of real neat places. Grab a dog and do your good. Hey, 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 when you go down to Port Dover, take a walk along the beach. When you go down to Port Dover, take a walk along the street. Go down by the harbor, check out the monument. get on the river rider. You can go way up Black Creek. You can go all the way to the bridge. It's really neat. Hey, 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 when you go down to Port Dover, take a walk along the beach. When you go down to Port Dover, take a walk along the streets. You can get some real nice fine cheese. Kenya will help you out. Jenny's there with the biggest smile. They twist and shout, yay, hey, hey, when you go down to Port Dover. When you go down to Port Dover. When you go down to Port Dover. Here we go. Thank you very much. Port Dover. Come to Port Dover.
So, welcome to the Port Dover and Area Lifeline Food Bank. What I thought we would do is just kind of take a little tour through and look at the facility here, both from the client perspective and the volunteer perspective and the donor angle as well. So you are coming in the client door right now. And normally, if you were coming in on our open day, which is Tuesday from 8:30 to noon, there would be someone here to greet you. And as a client, we would have a listing, and this is all due to COVID, we would have a listing of all the items we have available on that particular day, and you would indicate what you can make use of. We also run a infants program here at the food bank. So if within your family you have babies 3 years and younger, we have an individual who monitors those babies and keeps in touch with diaper sizes, formula, and all of those things that I'm not knowledgeable about at all. But Allie is, so that's the important thing. So she keeps in touch with the moms and makes sure that their immediate needs are addressed, and then some of the other things that they do on a 2-week basis or a 4-week basis, and as she communicates with them. The first thing we should point out, now that we're in this room, is our freezer here, which the foundation was donator of and enabled us to get that in place, and it's been awesome. We have a freezer that we constantly have stocked with ground meat, sausages, chicken, pork chops. We have personal care products, household care products. We have a few gluten-free items when we get them in. Since 2002, the food bank's been going. Folks that never ever would have considered themselves as being food insecure, but perhaps are now. We welcome them because their community has set things up here amazingly to be able to serve them. Folks ask us all the time, what can we use? When COVID settled in, a lot of it went from being goods to being monetary, just because that was more easily handled from a COVID safety point of view. Things like personal care products, they are quite pricey, so we often encourage folks to donate personal care products. Household cleaning products, those often are quite expensive. I want to thank you for taking the time to see what goes on at the Port Dover and Area Lifeline Food Bank. We appreciate it. Feel free to call us or email us if you have any other questions and you want to get in touch. Stay tuned for other things to entertain you and such. And don't forget to pick up the phone and give them a call. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Janice and the Bay Boys. Wonderful beginning to our evening. Quite entertaining, I must say. Our phones are getting a little more inundated than we had thought they were going to be, and that's causing us to drop a couple of calls. So please be sure to call back if you can't get through. Thank you very much for the donations thus far. We'll be talking about our totals through the evening. What's the phone number for pledging again?
Oh, Which one? Because we have two.
Oh,
I'll start
right.
at the beginning.
Yeah,
I know
please.
It's a lot. 519-718-3537 or 3547. Both lines are open.
So hang on 1 second. So what does the foundation do? The foundation raises funds within our community and contributes to not-for-profit or charitable organizations within our community. We raise our funds through various means, such as this, or a mini putt tournament we had a couple of years ago, or through this wonderful thing that's been created called Friends of Dover. These funds are then taken, provided to organizations or bodies that have requested funds through a request program semi-annually. Programs we've helped support are the Port Dover Lifeline Food Bank, which you just learned about, Port Dover Board of Trade Christmas Fest. The Lighthouse Festival Theatre has benefited, and we are benefiting by their generosity for being here tonight. Port Dover Minor Baseball. And these are just a few of the organizations we've been able to help, and many, many others. So now, I think we have some more entertainment for you. Chris, what do you got?
Up the stairs from the alley door, down a hall across an old plank floor, step into a room with a floor-to-ceiling view. There's an old leather couch and a stuffed armchair, guitars and fiddle, recording gear. At night the moon and the city shine, lighting up the room. Is it the sweetness of the tune that brings redemption? Or the words and melodies in the right dimensions, telling stories in a lyric and a line, painting pictures in rhythm and in rhyme, compositions of the times gone right and wrong, painting pictures in a song. The day we met was like any day. You were playing tunes at the sad cafe. I walked in and asked to sing along. You strike a match and the music plays, a magic moment when it feels so right. That's what happened, and then I wrote this song. Is it the sweetness of the tune that brings redemption? Or the words and melodies in the right dimensions, telling stories in a lyric or a line, painting pictures in rhythm and in rhyme, compositions of the times gone right and wrong, painting pictures in a song. Sunday backyard barbecue, good friends who love the music too, playing their hearts out, singing harmonies. They're the ones who write the unheard songs, and we're playing together all night long. The words of notes and melodies, telling stories in a lyric and a line, painting pictures in
Fantastic, Cindy. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. So that brings us to our first intermission. I'm going to have to go for a little while. So thank you very much, everyone. We're up to $6,500. That's 6500. A big 6, a big 5, and 2 zeros before the decimal mark. And how long are we into this so far? 15 minutes. We got big dreams, kids. We got big dreams. And what those dreams do is help our community grow and prosper and support those people that need some help in the community. So how do you apply? So there's a very simple process. You just visit our website, portdoverfoundation.com. By the end of September or the end of March, applications are accepted semi-annually, and your organization can apply to receive funding for a project that is Port Dover specific. It's a unique foundation in that sense. It's not a large organization, broad-based. It's very centric into our community itself. So another business that's part of our community, Rawson Services, the steel of our community, are a sponsor, and that's just a little mention out to them. Thank you very much for supporting us this evening. And Chris, we're going to throw it over to Ian Bell now for a little more live entertainment. Thank you, sir.
Here's a Port Dover song that I wrote for the old home movie festival that we used to do. I wrote it to go along with an old bit of home movie film of a storm in Port Dover. And I guess you could call it a Dover dialogue. It's a conversation between an old guy and a younger guy. And I think I wrote it for my pal Jim Murphy, but I could never decide if he was the old guy or the young guy. Lick your finger, test the breeze. There's something in the wind. Freighters hunkered in the bay, gulls are coming in, looks like the water's rising, and the sky has gone to gray. Pull on your coat and watch cap, Jack, it's gonna blow all day. Blow the waves across the lake to pile up on the shore. Blow away the sands of time until there ain't no more. Blow the words from off my tongue till there's nothing I can say. Winds of change are blowing, Jack, but blow us all away. You always wear a pirate jack, you wore it on your sleeve. Always first across the line, always last to leave. First to get your feet wet, and the last one to complain. Black stack Jack, you know we'll never see your like again. When I was a boy, I used to watch you booming up the channel in the sun. Never thought that things would ever change here. Never thought another time would come. Lick your finger, test the wind. There's something in the sky. Snow there in the autumn air, where the brown leaves used to fly. Step outside and look around, it ain't like yesterday. Pull on your coat and watch cap, Jack, it's gonna blow all day. Blow the waves across the lake to pile up on the shore. Blow away the sands of time until there ain't no more. Blow the words from off my tongue till there's nothing I can say. Winds of change are blowing, Jack, that blow us all away.
Hi. So, welcome back. Got a Sailors jersey. This is from Bruce Schoaf. Schoafy. That's for you. There you go. And this is for another one for one of our sponsors later. So we have this thing called pop-up sponsors. You saw the pencil earlier, big pencil, big pencil. So this segment is sponsored, pop-up sponsor, by Dover Animal Hospital. Guess what they gave us? Nothing. I got nothing. There's no puppy. There's a lot of pee in the corner. So we're going to throw this over to Mayor Chop.
Hi, I'm Crystal Chop, Mayor of Norfolk County. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank the hardworking members of the Port Dover Foundation for working tirelessly for the betterment of their community. Since its inception in 2003, the foundation has raised more than $200,000 for important community causes. From the Port Dover Christmas Fest to the Canada Day decorating contest to the Lifeline Food Bank and the Reading Garden at the library, they help to make Norfolk County and Port Dover a better place to live, work, and play. 2020 has certainly been a challenging year for our community. And while there is light at the end of the pandemic tunnel, 2021 will certainly come with its own set of challenges, and that's why supporting your local service clubs and foundations is more important than ever. One of the most beautiful things that we have seen come out of this pandemic is an actual increase in the uptick in donations, and I really believe that that is a strength to the testament of our community supporting one another. The great thing about donating through the foundation is that together they have an ability to identify the best ideas, opportunities, and needs of our community better than any single one person. No matter the size of a donation from an individual, from a family, or from a business, the Port Dover Foundation will ensure that the resources are directed to those areas in our community that can deliver the greatest impact and make Norfolk County and Port Dover a more prosperous and beautiful place to live. Thank you all for watching today. Thank you again to the hardworking members of the Port Dover Foundation. We hope you've all enjoyed the great talent that you have seen today, and we look forward to seeing your donations continue to roll in this evening. So please pick up the phone and give us a call, and again, we thank you for your support.
Thank you, Mayor Chop, for your kind words and support to the foundation. I want to thank another one of our sponsors, Remax Erie Shores Realty. They've generously donated to our cause as well, moving us forward and moving our numbers up, which will get a new total for you maybe after the next segment. My understanding is that we're getting some comments thrown at us, Amy. What's going on out there?
Absolutely, we are. We've got about 60 friends watching us, so you can give our page a quick share online and join in on the fun. But we'd like to give a quick little shout out to some of our Port Dover friends who are watching. I can see Ingrid Eker is online. Cindy from C Square Home and Decor is commenting about her pencil that we used on the stage. Kate Betting, thank you so much for your nice comments online and your donation. And actually, Lori Palmer is asking how she finds out more about our silent auction items.
Well, let me tell you more about those silent auction items then. So we only have the one item, this lovely painting from Bruce Steinhoff. Retail value actually went up by $500. It's $3,500, not $3,000, my mistake earlier. Bidding starts at $2,000 and goes up in $100 increments. It's a lovely 24 by 36 inch oil on canvas, original, painted in 2011, the month of September. That's about all I know. Call in 519-718-3549. Nice. All right. We're moving along here, and we got some more interesting community information for you. I think you're going to love this. This is kind of the core of Port Dover. Take it away there, Chris.
Oh, hi.
Hello
Hi
there.
Hi there.
We're the Fishnets.
I'm Carmen.
I'm Julie,
Charlie.
Dar, and Ange. You've caught us bird watching.
We're doing a little bird watching tonight.
Why did you come with us?
Man watching.
What's your favorite kind of bird to watch, darling?
And I like the one that rocks in the treetop all night long.
Yeah, well, I like the ones that hop and bop and sing to my song.
I like the ones on Jaybird Street.
That makes total sense.
Yes.
So ladies, there's nothing like a robin that goes tweet, tweet, tweet.
Or twiddly diddly dee.
Oh.
Twiddly-diddly, 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 tweet, 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 tweet. He rocks in the treetops all day long, rocking and a bobbing and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee. Go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow,
Every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. Flies old owl,
the big black crow,
flapping their wings, singing go bird go, rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee.
go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight.
Oh,
Is that the chestnut-sided warbler?
oh, please, please, please to meet ya. Oh, and the black-capped chickadee. I don't know, I don't see anything.
No, it's a swallow.
Oh, I'm partial to swallows.
Yeah, I'm not.
Pretty little raven and the bird bandstand taught him how to do the bop, and it was grand. He started going steady and bless my soul. He out-bopped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweedledee. Go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Go rockin' robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight.
What question you got? I was born on August 13th, 1930, and makes me working on my 91st year. I went to grade 12. Mr. Egger kicked me out of school. Raymond, my buddy, my youngest brother, is 87.
I got kicked out of school and I couldn't stay home doing nothing. So I went down and worked for Colby's. No, the old man said, "You're not sitting around here watching TV." So I went down to Colby's and made boxes, 5 cents a box. I thought I was a millionaire. So after winter come out, well, I went worked on the lake. Been there ever since. Every day's different. Some days it's flat as a mill pond, some days it's pretty nasty. But sometimes you're out there and it gets nasty when you're out there. You can't do much about it. That's when I started running a boat. Now you got to train to run a boat. Now back then they just said, "Here you go, get out there." I remember coming home Stuart B one day, me and my other brother, my older brother, not him, the one older than me. Took one over her stern, just rolled her over, because she wasn't a very good seaboat. We let her drain off and we taxied her home. That was the scariest day I had. When you pull the nets, what do you want to know? Just pull them. I'm what you call stringing. took the old web out and put the new web in, because the old web's all shot, eh? And this stuff don't string like nylon used to. Nylon was heavy, it would lay down, and all these things would open up for you. Here you gotta, I'm not a fast stringer anyway, so it don't matter. And I gotta get this needle in every little hole, eh? Work by the yard, so much a yard, eh? He's the boss of that. I work for him.
Well, I'm in charge of here, so I more or less get the jobs. You do the swearing.
What?
You do the swearing.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Oh, I would, yeah.
And I don't do anything. I don't swear.
Some years, and I know one year we didn't even make the $1,200. Even a good year, that's $30,000 a good year. Yeah.
Now it's nothing.
Now $30,000 you can't get along on them.
At one time there was only 33,000 people here. Now it's about
wonderful.
8 or 9,000 people.
And we got people here that, well, we think they're okay, and here's one of them. I'll show you our secret weapon. That's how you get the fish out of the net. Yeah, you just get the fish here and you roll this web around it and clear it off his head and put the fish's eye and pull. Yeah. He never complains, the fish. And I haven't used that for 20 years and it's still warm. That's a joke, eh?
Who just started watching? Danielle?
Chris's wife.
Nice. Hi, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Hope you're enjoying the show. Costume change. So we went from fishnets to fishnets. Welcome to Port Dover. And speaking of which, Port Dover is all about that fashion. So one of our pop-up sponsors is Cashmere and Cobwebs, introducing Janet Hepburn, one of our trustees. Hi, Janet. How you doing?
Hi, Mark. I'm doing well.
Our Vanna White tonight.
Yes. This is from Cashmere and Cobwebs. You can stop in and visit Cassidy anytime there.
Anytime.
She'll set you up with some accessories.
Or you could go see Bruce Show for a really ill-fitting sweater.
Woo!
Anyway.
Cashmere and Cobwebs, kids. Thank you, Janet. More coming later. I think we've got some new totals coming in. We will update you on the next segment, we promise. But we'd like to entertain you a little bit more. Chris, hit us.
Here's the better times from the Shoeshine Boys. I've been watching the light trains fly. I'm gonna get this black out and you tired. Well, I said, I don't know red. Wake the dead with his outfit blue. Well, I've been smoking and drinking and smoking. Gonna get the blues, this band is broken. He's gonna have his way. We're gonna find some smoke. Well, I've been hot on the red day. With the dead with his outfit blues. No, don't stop it now, Lord. I just gotta get some blue suede shoes. Oh, don't stop it now, Lord. I just gotta get some blue suede shoes. taking out that poor heart of mine. Well, I've been hot on the red man, wasted in with his Alkin blues.
My name is Jenny Ball, and I am the owner of the Dover Cheese Shop, located right here in sunny Port Dover. I started the Dover Cheese Shop in 2013. The shop did exist actually across the street. It was called Say Cheese and was run by a little guy named Bernie. I would go in and talk cheese with Bernie, and my career was actually in marketing and advertising, and I came into the Say Cheese shop one day and Bernie said, you know, kid, you should buy this shop. You always liked it more than I did. And I went home, I told my husband that the crazy cheese guy said I should buy the cheese shop, and he said, why not? And I immediately jumped on board, and 2 weeks later was opening the Dover Cheese Shop. We started pretty small, and it was all about the cheese. So everybody that came in that door, asking them what they wanted to try, we would bring in anything once, and really working with the customer base to figure out what it was that they loved. When we first opened, we would spend Mondays, Tuesdays going to look at products, work with suppliers, learn the market, and then the rest of the week we were open for business. So it was really hectic, and we went and handpicked every product that we started with. So we would go and make cheese with cheesemakers like Guns Hill, and we would wash wheels with cheesemakers at 6 in the morning, and those things really do make a difference. Knowing why we do what we do only comes from knowing why they do what they do. My passion for people has always been a thing. Like, I have worked in customer service a lot of my life, and it really comes from my family. My dad, he had over 500 employees, and we would walk through the plant when I was a kid, and he would know everybody's name. It became very natural when you open your own shop, because these people do not have to come in your door each day. So taking the time to get to know why people are shopping with you and spending their hard-earned dollars with you is everything. Doing business in Port Dover, I feel so lucky to get to do business here. I truly do. It's just a different feeling. Port Dover is a town that embraces you. We're a tad bit, we're nosy, but it's because we care. I mean, it'll get me emotional talking about this town. My dad has Parkinson's, and when we found out, the people that got behind me, and we even had a customer who brought down a bike for one of our staff members. It's a genuine caring in a town and in a time that feels kind of rare. I love Port Dover as much as you guys do. We gotta continue to support this community and everything that the Port Dover Foundation is doing for our community. Go ahead, hop online, make that donation, or pick up the phone, give us a call, make that pledge. And don't forget, we have lots of entertainment coming up, so stick around, stay tuned.
Well, doesn't everybody love Jenny Cheese Ball? Fabulous. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you very much for your support. And the Shoeshine Boys, of course. Wonderful act, local act. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Got people at home cooking dinner, watching us on their favorite technological device. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that.
Shout out to Amelie Chanda.
Nice. Nice. So, can we do an update on our donations? I believe the number is, what did you say? Timpani bell? Timpani bell. Ting. $6,800. $6,800, folks, we're at. Lovely. Thank you very much for those generous donations. Keep them rolling in. We want to talk about phone numbers because it seems like one person keeps getting inundated with phone calls. So A much kinder, gentler voice can be reached at 519-718-3547.
Yeah, that first number is very popular.
The first number is popular, but a little gruff, a little rough. But we'll repeat both the numbers for you. They're both 519-718. The first number is 3537, and the second number is 3547. How about that silent auction? It's moving along rather not so briskly. We need some support there, folks. Let's take a look at that painting one more time. And if you can, put it right out of focus so it looks like a little pointillism for us, a little late 19th century pointillism. Lovely. I love that. It's perfect.
Looks like Antique Roadshow.
Antique Roadshow. Nice. Do you know how much that's worth? As much as you're going to pay.
I actually don't, because you've told us two different figures. So why don't you remind us?
The real number is $3,500. No, $3,500. It's worth $3,500. Bidding starts at $2,000. $100 increments. Get on that horse, kids. It's a lovely, lovely painting. Lovely, lovely painting. The phone number you don't want to call right now because she's busy taking a call is 519-718-3547. But the other line is also busy. Look at us go. So 519-718-3537. We're going to segue to another community item, but I would like to make mention that I have forgotten my shirt. I'm just wearing this, but we have a different local shirt being worn by the future Mrs. Amy Martin. Volunteer firefighters, shout out to the Port Dover firefighters, wonderful folks. Amy, you got your fire hall shirt on. Thank you very much for that. Remember, Port Dover, the community of giving and volunteerism. Love it. Carrying away, Chris, it's up to you now.
I'm Shirley Shaw. I'm Simcoe Coordinator for Special Olympics. I'm here with Carissa Hammond, who is one of our athletes that worked very hard and got to go to national games in PEI and won medals. And how she got to go there was through the help of people like the foundation of Port Dover. We have to raise at least $3,000 an athlete, and they stepped up and helped us. Carissa, what do you think is the best thing? Is it, did you like the plane?
No, when you took off.
When you took off, okay. And what about when you got off the plane? Was there people there to greet you?
Yeah.
And what about when you do opening ceremonies? How exciting is that?
Yeah, happy,
nervous, very nervous. And then after opening ceremonies, you got to go back and rest, and then the next day, what did you do?
Bowling.
You bowled first thing in the morning?
Yeah.
And how did you do?
Good.
Yeah? Did you get many strikes?
Yeah.
Did you?
What do you do when you get a strike?
Yeah.
Everybody knows. So in order to go to a national game, you have to do provincial games first, and you have to qualify and show them the medals you won at provincial. So that's from provincial games, and from there she qualified to go on to nationals, which is a first. That's the first time she's gotten a first. So you must have bowled pretty good for that first. Many strikes, yes. And this one in particular is pretty neat, eh, Carissa?
Yeah.
Because you make a lot of new friends.
Yeah.
And friends from each province brings a pin. She's pretty proud of that. She really, really enjoys the people from the provinces. With the help and athletes like Carissa, who get so much more out of this than anybody could realize. Athletes crying and so excited. And when you got the help of people like the Port Dover Foundation, who stepped up and helped us get our athletes there. Please watch this telethon, watch the whole thing, appreciate what it does for people like us, Carissa and myself. I'm so grateful. Would you go again?
Yes. Yes.
good time shows, they'd have to go away. Who would have thought that there would come a time when the dancing would end? Oh, baby, it's a crime. The blues is our tunnel. The stage is our home. How did we get this far? Seemed like the good times were all all the good times. Bright lights, empty stages, whiskey and guitars. Faded chew, lonely stages, benches, dusty hometown bars. A beat won't be beaten, and our hearts will sing our songs. It's nothing like the pockets when the groove is going strong. The blues is our talent, the stage is our home. How did we get this far? It seemed like the good times were all gone. Seemed like the good times were all gone. Ooh, yeah. How did we get this far? All right, here we go now. Menace in the world won't break down our soul. Bleeding with our brothers is right where we belong. Seem like the good times, seem like the good times, yeah. Living without music, it just ain't living at all. The blues is our tonic, the stage is our home. Tell me, how did we get this far? It seemed like the good times were all gone. Now if you're hearing the song through a real microphone, we got that damn dark menace out on the run. So order up a whiskey, plug in that guitar, get up on the dance floor, baby, and let's open up the bar. The blues is our tonic, the stage is our home. Beat won't be beaten, and our hearts will sing our song. Beat won't be beaten, and our hearts will sing our song. Beat won't be beaten, and our hearts will sing our song. Who would have thought? Thanks, guys.
Well done, Route 6. And getting the Giant Pencil Award is Route 6. How about that? Play that snare with that. I'm just going to borrow that's all right. Eraserhead. Well, that's wonderful. Route 6, folks. From Espanola down to the shore of Port Dover. It's a long trek and it's a lovely road. You should travel it sometime. So coming up next, we have a little bit more entertainment for you. We're going to update you on some more information on how the silent auction works in a moment. Next act, please, Chris.
Hello, honey. Where are you off to now? Oh, if you want me to, I could drive you into town. Keys are on the cupboard. When did you get as tall? Oh, tall as your mother. Must have grown 2 feet this fall. And if you think that you might love me, well, for all our days to come, I will try and stay alive and see the people we become. There's your brother, I see him walking up the lane. Too hard on him. That's because we are the same. I tried to teach him what I know, but what I know is not much. Oh, from his mama, oh, he will learn enough. And if you think that you might love me for all our days to come, oh, I will try and stay alive, see the people we become. Hello, sweetheart. I have loved you all my life. Oh, would you marry me? Oh, would you be my wife? In another lifetime, we were stars up in the sky. Oh, constellation, our children, you and I. And if you think that you might love me, oh, for all our days to come, oh, I will try and stay alive, see the people we become.
Welcome back to the live stage at the Lighthouse Festival Theater for the first annual Port Dover Foundation Telethon. I got to get caught up on some business items here, so bear with me. Andrew Schneider, where do we start? Andrew Schneider, generous to the bone, sitting over here, taking phone calls. He's one of those numbers you keep on calling. He's answering the phone for us, and he's one of our sponsors tonight. Thank you, Andrew, for your generosity. Diesel Dogs, great performance there as well. And then I have a special guest here with me tonight. We have an on-air sponsor that we have up on stage. We've separated ourselves by 6 feet of wood, so we're good. And this young man's name is Shannon Porter, our on-air sponsor for Porter Lumber. Shannon, let's do a quick question period.
All right.
What year you were born?
What year was I born?
Yeah.
A few years ago.
And how long has Porter Lumber been in business?
Porter Lumber, the sawmill part of it, in the mid-40s is when we started. Started on the farm, kind of relocated eventually over time to where we are now. But the sawmill part of it in the 1945 era.
So sawmilling is one part of your business, though. Were you also in the harvesting, direct harvesting from?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Back in that time, and when you started out, you pretty well had to harvest most of your own timber.
Wow.
So you did everything from harvest to sawing to, selling and all that sort of stuff.
That being said, you have to be adept at using all of your equipment, maintaining all of your equipment, hauling your equipment deep into the woods, getting stuck, getting yourself out of bogs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where most of the timber always was, in the spots you couldn't farm. So that was the wet spots or the gullies or that sort of stuff.
Knowing you a little bit, I know you get to travel overseas.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bit of an international carry. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, currently, we still process a bunch of lumber with the help of another company that I work with, but we also do a lot of export. We export to Europe, Asia, all over North America, and that sort of thing. So raw product as well as processed material and that sort of thing. So
incredible.
It's kind of expanded so that we have customers all over the place.
So since the 40s, or 75, 80 years into this, has Port Dover always been your base?
Port Dover's been our base since the early 1800s.
Wow.
According to my great uncle Doug, he said that he was 7th generation on the farm. So that puts my kids at 10.
Wow.
So yeah, we've been around a little while.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
I've got a quick question.
What's that, Amy Martin?
I just wondered if Shannon wanted to make a shout out to his Hamlet people, the Dog's Nest people.
Well, actually, we're halfway between Dog's Nest and Marburg.
Right.
Good people.
So we always say we're on the suburb of both Dog's Nest and Marburg, and on the edge of Dover. But Dover's getting closer, so
yeah,
it's going to gobble them up maybe someday.
So what's happening online there, Amy? People are freaking out?
Well, we've got lots of great people tuning in and watching, some really good comments. But I think, I think Janet has something in front of your face.
Hi, Janet. How you doing? Did you have a question? Wonderful. So Blair and April McKeel just donated $5,000. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And that's been matched by Betty Wells as well. Wow. So there's $10,000, folks. Shannon, is there anything else you'd like to add to talking about your business, your community, and being here in the community?
I think it's just because there's a lot of people that have moved to Dover over the years. They don't know the history of Dover. Some of us are lucky enough to have been here our whole lives and that sort of stuff. And I always talk to my grandfather about him growing up. He had to come to Port Dover to go to school. He lived on the block over at his grandmother's when he came to school. Used to go down and watch the boats come in. He grew up wanting to go on the lake. And so but they ended up sticking around and farming. And then, in the mid 40s, I guess it was early 50s, they built the dairy bar in Dover because they said they weren't happy with the price they're getting for milk. So what do? You build a dairy bar, and there's a milk bottle in the case in there. It's a glass milk bottle that was designed by my Uncle Doug. There's still some of those around. There's not many, but Dad said that he never wanted to wash them, so he kind of broke more than he Should have, because he said that was the easiest way around.
I guess.
But Dairy Bar's still here, and we're all still here. So.
Well, that's wonderful, and that's Port Dover at its core, folks, and a great place to find out more about that is your Port Dover Harbor Museum. If you can get in there and get the opportunity to see, you'll see photographs that go back and show some of that history, and certainly this community has grown and been founded by families such as Shannon's, and thanks a lot for sharing that with us.
And what about one more? I think his parents are watching at home.
Yeah, well, that's a little call out, isn't it? There you go.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad. There you go. Thanks, Shannon.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And know that Shannon's better half is on the phone number 2, which number ends as
3547.
There
You
we
almost
go.
caught me there. 718-3547 to talk to Nikki Porter.
That's it. Okay, so thank you, Shannon. I'm going to talk a little bit about the auction item because I've neglected to emphasize this enough. So the auction item, again, is a original oil painting by Bruce Stanhoff. It retails for $3,500. Its starting bid is $2,000, and we're doing $100 increments of it. To bid on this item, you would call 519-718-3549. Again, that's 519-718-3549 to specifically bid on this lovely painting.
Maybe the cameraman should pan over to Trustee Tim and
yes.
show Tim on the job not
Yes.
answering the phone right
Yes,
now for
yes.
that beautiful painting.
Yes, Tim, right here.
Tim, everybody.
Tim, another one of our trustees. Tim, good job. Let's get Tim busy and let's get some calls in on that lovely painting. So without further ado, I think I need to do a little bit more business, and I would like to do the prop-up sponsorship of Cottage North Soapworks, which I have right here. Give me one moment. Is that something you're not supposed to do at all and just walk off screen and that's what am I doing? It's just so Mickey Mouse, I tell you. So a lovely package from Cottage North Soapworks. Wonderful store right here on Main Street. They have fresh cut flowers, they have soaps, they got it all. Go visit them. Wonderful sponsors. Thank you very much. And Chris, hit it.
The nighthawk soars above the cliff. She is a shadow in the evening sky. And as I watch, I wonder if she has someone like you and I, alone and floating in the air, a silhouette of poetry. I often go to watch her there, as if to keep her company. And the nighthawk sleeps in my sheltered wood. I would capture her if I thought I could, but the way she is, it would do no good, for she would surely die, never free to fly. The nighthawk knows I watch her soar. She can spy me far below. She comes in closer more and more. Somehow she knows I would go. You are her and she's you. Not something I can hold. To be free and strong and true is worth much more than all the gold. And the nighthawk sleeps in my sheltered wood. I would capture her if I thought I could, but the way she is, it would do no good, for she would surely die, never free to fly. Watch your plane begin to lift and be a shadow in the evening sky, and like the nighthawk on the cliff, you are alone and free to fly.
Hey everybody, I'm Lucas Wilson. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Port Dover Foundation Telethon. I'm an illusionist and I actually hold 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 official Guinness World Records for escaping from a straitjacket faster than anybody else in the world. So, coming up in just a little bit, right here on this stage, live, I'm going to attempt to escape from not only a straitjacket, but I'm going to be locked inside a big wooden crate, chained up, and I'm going to have to get out in Guinness World Record time. That's coming up real soon. Stick around. But up next, we have Amber Banks. Check it out.
Time goes on and nothing changes. I'm getting tired of smiling strangers, growing old and don't know what to do. Then I think I'll give it up right after you. You sneak in after working late and tell me how you couldn't concentrate. Tell me how my beauty always clouds your mind. It doesn't matter that your hair is tossed, that your shirt is half untucked, or that the smell on your pretty collar isn't mine. 'Cause you know I'm hanging on to every line. One more time, wanna look into your eyes just one more time. Wanna hear those pretty lies just one more time. And maybe I'll recall what we've been through, and why I'm giving it all up in the door. I heard your feet come across the floor. I was waiting for another alibi. I saw you hurting in your eyes, and when you tried to apologize, I knew I couldn't take it anymore. So I remembered why I never left before. One more time, wanna look into your eyes just one more time. Wanna hear those pretty lies just one more time. And maybe I'll recall what we've been through, and why I'm giving it all up right after you. One more time, wanna look into your eyes just one more time. Wanna hear those pretty lies just one more time. And maybe I'll recall what we've been through, why I'm still hanging on the likes of you.
Everything's going really well. My fly's been up all evening long. Haven't had too many concerns about that so far. And I got my little Dover girl bag here. It's all going good. How about a new number? New number. $18,500. Want to thank Hedel Marine for matching some of our donations at another $5,000. So Amber Banks, thank you very much for that lovely entertainment. That was good. What's inside the bag? Let me see. Let's see. It's like my tickle trunk. Oh, Coco Cabana truffles. Yum. Only been dropped once. Sorry about
Dave.
that. I did drop that. But we will feast on these, but I need a knife because I can't get in. That's sorry. So to get your heart rate going, here's our next entertainer, Zeffler. Come on, Chris.
sent to burn at the stake for heresy and treason. The town gathers round, accusers wait breathlessly, but she got the plan, yeah, she got the recipe. 1 part gunpowder, 2 part lead. That's fast the taste and this whole town's dead. Wings of a blackbird, legs of a mantis, the last was heard was 6 for Tyrannus. The
Hi, I'm David Van Lakey. I'm the principal of Lakewood Elementary School in beautiful Port Dover. I'm here to speak to you about a wonderful experience and a partnership that we've gained through Port Dover Community Foundation. We have a beautiful facility here in Port Dover, and through our partnership of working with Port Dover Community Foundation, we really benefited from an important addition to our school, and it's a refurbishment of our track. I'd like to introduce you to Melissa Mummery, a key spokesperson for this project here in the community, a parent and a past parent council member. Melissa Mummery.
Thanks, David. I was with David on what we would call the dinner circuit when we first started fundraising for the project to develop this new surface for our track. So it's historically a really important piece of community property. Although it's on school grounds, we open up those gates to everyone outside of school hours to walk the track, which you'll be able to see when you're watching this telethon live. And it's so beautiful. And if it weren't for the generous donations and contribution from different organizations in our community, we would never have been able to accomplish this goal and actually surpass the goal. So one of the things that we did, and David, I know they kind of all blend in together, but we went to present at the Friends of Port Dover at the Lighthouse Theatre, and it was really fun. We just got to sit in a room full of other people who wanted to know how to help support us. And we talked about the project, and we suggested to them that if they had some money that they were looking to part with that would make the community better, we would be happy to take that on. Through speaking at the Port Dover Foundation, came to light through that Friends of Dover, and they have a really simple application process. You certainly don't need a university degree. It's available on their website. It's a simple form that you talk about the project and what you want to accomplish, and then through their executive, they have some discussions around how they can best support community projects. And we were really fortunate to benefit from a donation through the Port Dover Foundation. The Eaton family, so Todd Eaton, who the track was named for, his family was involved through the track committee. We had a wonderful committee of people, community members and track experts, local athletes. They were all involved in helping us develop the best way forward for this track, which is why, because of this donation, we were able to really enhance the track with like top of the line material, because it's been many years since the track had been patched here and patched there. We host the track and field events for many Norfolk County schools, and we do host the actual county track meet here. So along with the public using this just to walk for themselves, we do host many other schools that don't have the benefit of having this kind of asset at their elementary school. So it's really a place that we welcome so many other schools, along with running clubs and personal trainers bring their clients here. So it's truly something that gets used not only at recess with our kids kind of walking and gym class, but really all of the other schools in our area. And we're hoping that maybe now that we've brought this up to the level where it needs to be, that we'll be able to welcome, track coaches and athletes that have to travel to train. Maybe they can stay here home in their own community, and that is really in large part to our community donors, including the Port Dover Foundation. So without them, we really wouldn't be able to offer this opportunity to our local athletes.
Definitely, definitely. And this is a source of great pride that we have not only at Lakewood Elementary School, but in Port Dover in general. The Todd Memorial track is something that's well established. It needed a lot of repair, and that was a very costly venture. We couldn't have accomplished this without Port Dover Community Foundation. So I'd like everyone to enjoy today's telethon. There's lots of entertainment. Continue to enjoy that. And I do encourage you to make a donation either through a phone call or online. Enjoy.
How long have I been on this stage for? It's snowing out? Like, seriously, I just came down here to do like an hour of this and then go home, see my wife, call my kids, see what my mom's up to. No, It's snowing out. I can't believe it. Thank you very much, Melissa and David. That was wonderful. The memorial track is a pretty important project to the foundation. We took that on, I believe, about 18 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, Janet, about that? Yeah, about 18 months ago, and we were very happy to contribute to that. But that's a prime example of what our foundation likes to do in the community. So, fitness, contributing to the community, keeping people active, but yeah. So, without further ado, I'd like to talk about our next prop up. Jesus, our next prop up sponsor. Port Dover Paint and Paper. They're called rollers, not throwers. And this is what you can get there. And paint. And these. And paint. And brushes.
Blinds.
And paint.
And window shutters.
Window shutters, blinds. What else can you get there?
What can't you get there?
What can't you get there?
Wallpaper.
Prop up sponsor, Dover Paint and Paper. Thank you very much. 519-718-3537, but for the better line, call 519-718-3547. We're starting to get some action on our painting. Are we? No, I lied. Okay, we got no action on the painting here, kids. Need some help. Bidding starts at $2,000, $100 increments, a lovely oil on canvas. 24 by 36. You always say the vertical number first. That's a key to buying artwork. Vertical number, then your horizontal number. That's how they do it in museums. We know these things. We're the Port Dover Foundation. 519-718-3537 or 519-718-3547 for general telethon contributions. And for the silent auction, it is 519-718-3549. Thank you very much to Advanced Cellular of Simcoe for providing us those phone numbers and the phones themselves. Cutting away, that's up to you, Chris. Thank you.
Me and my old man sipping on a cold one. Sit down here now. Guess you got to know, son, your mama and I, we never made the best pair. She was such a pretty woman with a precious smile, but I was always on the road when you were just a child. Don't you think for a moment that I didn't care? There's some things you ought to know. That easy to say. She never wanted me to go. Some nights she'd even beg me to stay. But me and my brother never went without. We had everything we needed there without a doubt. And just one piece of the puzzle wasn't missing, yeah. And we only used to see him on the holidays. I know that it pained him, and he used to say, don't you think for a moment that I didn't care? There's some things you ought to know. Ain't that easy to say? She never wanted me to go. Some nights she'd even beg me to stay. So I hope you grow to be tall and strong. Learn from the things you know that I did wrong. Some things you ought to know. Ain't that easy to say. She never wanted me to go. Some nights she'd even beg me to stay. So I hope you grow and be tall and strong. Learn from the things you know that I did wrong. And there's some things you ought to know. Ain't that easy to say.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you very much, Jeremy. That was wonderful, great, wonderful video. And look at that background, right? Like the little, yeah, that was nice. Calm lake. Like to see one of those someday. How windy was it today? It was so windy it snowed. So, thank you very much, Jeremy. That was very good. A shout out to calls coming in from Quebec. This is an international flavored telethon. Those of you living in Australia that are Doverites, you're more than welcome to call us and pledge. The numbers are
519-718-3537, 519-718-3547, and specifically Jordy Hepburn from Quebec.
nice. And are there any other folks that are, sending us some messages online or?
We've got lots of great comments coming in online. So if you're watching online, feel free to get in the chat box and chat with me or comment on your favorite act that we've had so far. But I'd like to give a shout out to, we have Sam Swartz watching, Gabe Brzezowski's on the line, Derek Ritchell from the theater. We've got Judy Porter and Jane Booth. Lots of great Fort Dover names. So thank you guys so much for your support, and we really appreciate it.
I really think what could have helped this auction was having a silent auction item. If we had a silent auction item for this telethon, that would have been a really good idea. Just one silent auction item. Just one. Oh, well, maybe next time. So we have a pop-up sponsor, but we will not. So Port Dover, Carpet One. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. They do carpet, they do flooring, they do kitchen cabinets, and now laying it down, the Port Dover Pipe Band. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Janet Hepburn.
Hey, Mark. So I went shopping at Second to None clothing store in Port Dover, and it was fun because you can get a whole wardrobe for under $30. It's amazing. And they're great in there. They'll help you out if you want help, or they let you wander as long as you want. I found that out. So I also want to mention our update, $19,500.
$19,500, ladies and gentlemen, and any puppies watching at home. Janet, that's a lovely jacket.
Thank you.
Is it called a jacket?
Yeah, you can call it a jacket.
We're calling it a jacket. Second to none. Thank you very much. Chris, let's move on to our next entertainment, please.
So I'm in a driver car, no hands and no keys. Oh my honey said, she wants me to drive a car, no hands and no keys. Oh, baby. Is that me? What I'm feeling? 'Cause only if you want me to, honey. Only if you need me to, darling. Only if you need me to, darling. No. Yes, please. My honey said, want me to drive a car, no hands, no keys. Oh my honey said, she want me to drive a car, no hands and no keys. Oh, baby, is that me? What I'm feeling? 'Cause only if you want me to, darling. Only if you need me to, darling. No, only if you want me to, darling. No, yes, please.
I'm Scott McCrae, I'm the chef at David's Restaurant in Port Dover. I hope you're all enjoying the telethon. In case you've been watching all day and you're getting a little hungry, we've come onto the cooking segment of the show, and I'm going to show you how to cook, well, hopefully perfectly cook a steak. First, I want to talk a little bit about the different types of steaks we serve here at David's. These are pretty much the three kind of basics of any steakhouse, the three mainstays. We've got, of course, the filet, the beef tenderloin here, which is kind of considered the Rolls Royce of steaks. We have the strip loin or the sirloin, which some people know it as the New York strip. It goes by many different names. And we also have the ribeye, which is my personal favorite. The one that most chefs usually kind of go for because it has kind of the most fat. Fat is always flavor. So we get all of our protein sourced locally. This is from Norwich Packers in Norwich, Ontario. There's gradings to all the beef. So when you're talking about steak, the Canada system is we go by the A, AA, AAA, and Prime. Less than 5% of all cows are ever graded Prime, and we're really lucky enough here that Ron gets us Prime grade. They do a little aging for us. It's a big thing now. Almost any really good steakhouse will also age their steaks. They don't just get it right from the butchers and serve it right away. In order to develop more flavor and tenderness. Typically, we've been aging this ribeye, for example, for a month at least right now. Right now, I'm going to show you how to cook a perfect steak at home. Hope you enjoy. Okay, the first step to cooking the perfect steak actually comes before you even touch it. You're going to want to make sure you take it out of the fridge and have it sitting out at room temperature for at least 20 to 30 minutes beforehand. A lot of people make the mistake of taking it right out of the fridge and throwing it right on the grill. If you want it to cook completely evenly, you want to bring it to room temperature first. And we're not talking like 4 hours or something, because then you're risking food poisoning. So, but a good 20, 30 minutes just to bring it up to temperature and you're set. Another thing is you want to make sure that you season quite liberally, especially when you've got a cut this big. You can see that this is pretty thick. It's like 1.5 inches here. So it's going to take more salt than you think. So be quite generous. You're going to lose some of it when you throw it on the grill, so don't worry about it. You can pretty much coat it completely. You're going to want to just oil and salt and pepper is what I do. If you have some kind of cool steak rub of your own that you've made and it's like your secret recipe, your thing you pull out when you want to impress people, you go ahead and do that too. But I'm just going straight salt and pepper here. All right, so you got the grill nice and hot. I got it almost turned all the way up, but not quite all the way. I'm going to throw it right on. And now another mistake a lot of people make is they keep fiddling around and moving the meat all over the place and touching it. Typically, the less you touch the steak, the better. You're not letting all the juices out, all that stuff that flames up, and that's actual juice and moisture that you're losing from the steak every time you're pressing it and flipping it. So 45-degree angle again. You start at a 45, you flip another 45, you'll end up with those nice, that you see on TV commercials, the nice, crisscross pattern on your steak. I go by feel. You don't always have to do that. It's not cheating to use a meat thermometer. I've got one here at all times. If you pull it off at like around 130 and let it rest, it'll keep cooking. It'll bring it right up to 135, which is exactly medium rare. Basically, if you press the part of your thumb right here, that's rare, that feeling. First finger is medium rare. Next finger is medium well, and well. So you can feel the tightness happening there. I'd say at this grill, at this heat, we've done it about 3 to 4 minutes each side, about 10 minutes total cooking time. And that means you're gonna wanna rest it for about 10 minutes as well. All right, and here comes the moment of truth. It's rested about 10 minutes. You can feel it. All the juices have kind of reabsorbed. So when I cut into this, it should be a nice solid pink all the way through. Like I said, ribeyes are kind of like a little more on the medium side, just to make sure that all that fat is rendered off and cooked. So here, let's see. Looks pretty good to me. There you are. Nice. And now I'm just going to plate this up and show you what we usually do with sides here, and we'll be all done. All right, so I've got everything plated here now. I've got some rosemary brown butter, or veal jus that we use on all our steaks here, just like we would at the restaurant. Hope you enjoyed learning how to cook perfect steak with me, and keep calling that number and donating to the Dover Foundation. I'm going to dig in. Enjoy.
The man, the myth, the legend, Scott McCrae, cooking up steaks like nobody's business. Scott, well done. Good video. It's not every day you get to sit table 102, seat 3, get waited on. Well done, though, Scott. I'd like to shout out to the fact that we have now gotten a bid on the painting, everyone's favorite painting of Maitland River. We're at $2,100, and we're encouraging you to bid on that at 519-718-3549. Again, that's 519-718-3549. Maitland River, oil on canvas, Bruce Steinhoff, 24 by 36. Got nothing more to say about that. Our entertainment sponsor coming up for our next piece is Ising's Greenhouse on the Blue Line. No, the Cockshut. I always mix the two up. Why? They're parallel. It's a road. At least it's paved. It's nice. It's good. Ising's Greenhouse. They'll take good care of you. Spring, fall, winter, summer, all year round. So Ising's Greenhouse are going to be the sponsors for the just pre-recorded gig by Felicia McMinn. She was to be live, but she's so busy, we had to record her so she go out and do another gig right now. So live about a half an hour ago, Felicia McMinn. Here you go, kids.
Keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been messing where you shouldn't been messing, and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing. You keep losing when you're out of my bed. And you keep saving when you ought to be changing. Now what's right is right, 'cause you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. You keep thinking that you'll never get burned. And I just found me a brand new box of matches. Yeah, what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking! Thank you.
Let your quacks and newspapers be cutting their capers about curing the vapors, the scratch and the gout, with their medical potions, their serums and lotions, upholding their notions, their mighty put out.
Who can tell the true physic to all that's pathetic, and pitch to the devil, cramp, colic, and spleen. You'll know it, I think, if you take a big drink with your mouth to the brink of a jug of poteen. So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. Oh, what botheration, no dose in the nation can give consolation like poteen me boys.
No liquid cosmetic to lovers athletic or bodies pathetic can give such a bloom as the sweet by the powers in the garden of flowers ever gave their own powers such a darling perfume.
And this liquid so rare, if you willingly share, to be taken your hair when it's frizzled and dead. Oh, the solid has the merit to yield the true spirit, so strong it will shake all the hairs from your head.
Then stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. Oh, since its perfection, no doctor's direction can cleanse the complexion like poteen me boys. And come guess me this riddle, what beats sparks in a fiddle? What's hotter than mustard, milder than cream? What best wets your whistle? What's clearer than crystal? What's sweeter than honey, stronger than steam?
What'll make the lame walk? What'll make the dumb talk? The elixir of life and philosopher's stone. And what helped Mr. Brunel to build the Thames Tunnel? Wasn't it poteen from all that is known?
So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. Oh Lord, it's no wonder if lightning and thunder weren't made from the plunder like poteen me boys. So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. Oh, what botheration, no dose in the nation can give consolation like poteen me boys. We were standing the last watch at the close of the day, 3 days on the water out from Thunder Bay. Across Superior, Huron, and into St. Clair, on a bright day in summer I found myself there. Dead calm on the water, as blue as the sky, and we waved from the water as we slowly passed by. You could see the storm coming from a mile away. We had all lights burning bright. 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 That storm overtook us, it felt like the night, and the point in the island, it passed out of sight. But we sailed on rock steady, set a course through the storm. That sky fell upon us and the wind drove us on. We had all lights burning bright. We had all lights burning bright. We had all lights burning bright. We had all lights burning bright.
if I kept my light burning on every trip. But the watching was ended with the turn of the night, and I wrote in my logbook, all lights burning bright. We had 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 all lights burning bright.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you very much. And thank you, Felicia. And thank you very much to the Shrubberies. It's that moment in time where we have to thank another sponsor. Hi. So I want to just shout out to my coworkers at David's and at Noni's and the Links at Dover Coast. They donated $100, so I'd like to match that live here. Here you go. As they say, surround yourself with good people and good things will happen, and that's what I have to say about the people I work with at Dover Coast. They're wonderful people and good quality friends, and thank you very much for contributing to the foundation. Without further ado, I'd like to also make mention that the Port Dover Foundation is a not-for-profit charitable organization. So if you're making a pledge or you're bidding on a silent auction item, you're going to get a tax receipt. Yay for everyone. That's the first time I mentioned it. I should have mentioned it earlier. Tax receipts. Tax receipts for you. Tax receipts for me. Tax receipts for everyone. Call in, pledge, or bid on the silent auction item at 519-718-3549. 49. Thank you, Amy. You're paying so much attention tonight. It's so good. It's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Port Dover's with the dudes.
Shoes and dance the blues. Let's dance to the song that they're playing on the radio. Let's sway where the colors light up your face. Let's sway through the crowd to an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble like a let's dance for fear your grace should fall. Let's dance for fear tonight is all. Let's sway, you can look into my eyes. Let's sway under this moonlight, this serious moonlight. If you say run, I'll run with you. And if you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms and tremble Coffee in the morning, coffee all day long. Won't you say you'll stay a while, help me finish up this song. I heard it on the radio, I heard it going round. Our lives so innocent, and some people in this town. Rainy days seem to last forever. Play guitar, pass the time away. I can't seem to find the words to tell you all the pain I hide. Words that rhyme are hard to find today. Saw your mother standing there, felt the tears in her eyes. Your orders pushing shamelessly. Is it truth or is it lies? I will never forget your face. I never will fold. I will always feel the pain every time the story's told. Rainy days seem to last forever. Play guitar, pass the time away. I can't seem to find the words to tell you all the pain I hide. These words that rhyme are hard to find today. Coffee in the morning, coffee all day long. Won't you stay? These words that rhyme are hard to find today. Won't you stay? These words that rhyme are hard to find today.
Hey everybody, I'm Lucas Wilson. This is my friend Kelly. And just a little bit, I'm actually going to escape from a straitjacket. I hold 4 official Guinness World Records for escaping from a straitjacket faster than anyone else in the world. So we're gonna make it a little more difficult. So besides just getting out of the straitjacket, I'm gonna be put inside this big old packing crate. It's solid, check this out. Solid, solid, solid. No trapdoors, no gizmos, no gadgets, no wires. And we also have some chains that we're gonna wrap this with. Mark, you're actually holding onto those chains right now. Are they real metal chains?
Yes, they are.
They're not made of plastic, they don't break away or anything?
They are metal chains.
Nothing tricky about them?
Nothing tricky.
And this is really actually a wooden crate for the viewers at home. No camera tricks.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Nothing up your sleeve, nothing up my sleeve. So coming up in just a little bit. Again, I'm gonna be placed inside a straitjacket, put inside here, locked and chained up, and then I'm gonna have to get out in Guinness World Record time. That's coming up real soon, but up next, we got Dan Walsh. Check it out.
Well, hey everybody. My name's Dan Walsh, and I'm very honored to be supporting the Port Dover Foundation. I was born and raised in Port Dover. As a matter of fact, I played my very first paid show ever in the Powell Park Pavilion way back way back in the late 70s, early 80s. I can't remember when, but I know that's where we did it. In any case, no matter where I travel throughout the world with my guitar, Port Dover is still my home. So I hope you enjoy what we're doing here. singing this song. She's got my eyes, I want it all. She's got a groove that is second to none. She rides the canyons and she rides the wall. From way up there she can just see it all. She smiles at me when she's on her way down. The way she hits me, she sure makes me fall. She's got some grooves, she's really funky. She's got the mojo, keep me singing this song. She's got my eyes, I want it all. She's got a groove that is second to none. Out in the woods, she can make a tree fall. Out on the floor, she can just move it all. She is my rock, and I wanna roll. It's good to know her and to know I'm her all. She's got some grooves, she's really funky. She's got the mojo, keep me singing this song. She's got my eyes, I want it all. She's got a groove that is second to none. She's got a groove that is second to none. She's got a groove that is second to none. She's got a groove, she's got a groove. She's got a groove that is second to none.
The consummate professional, Dan Walsh. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Dan. And thank you very much, Lucas. That's a good segue into Dan. Guess you've got yourself a nice solid box with chains, and I can't wait to see the straitjacket. Haven't seen one in a few years, fortunately. That's just good. I'd also like to thank the dudes. That was a wonderful video. I don't know who shot that for you, and that was very well done. And Mars Holler, of course, that was very good. So prop-up sponsor, Peter Nechtel, thank you very much from the Beach House. Have a lovely curry dish here with chicken, little non-bread grilled. I'd like to eat, but I have to talk, and it's never nice to talk with your mouth full. So thank you very much, Peter. Always great food down at the Beach House, great atmosphere, great location. I would like to call out our next total. Tiffany Bell, how about you call it out, Amy?
Are you ready? Are you sitting?
No.
It's $20,000.
$20,000. Our little Port Dover Foundation moving along in the telethon. We're up to $20,000. That's just wonderful. So I would like to talk about the foundation one more time, and I got my little list here so I don't mess up totally. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our guiding force right now, Dr. John Hall, who's here in the audience. Yes, we do have an audience. It's small, but it's still good. Nikki Porter, who's on the best phone line tonight, one of our board members as well. Another board member, Andrew Schneider, who's on a really good phone line as well. Somebody who's not with us this evening, Dr. June Chitlin. He's, is he overseas? He's in Newfoundland, kind of overseas, kind of. Different language, different body of land. There's an isthmus. Janet Hepburn, of course. We have counselor, soon-to-be Mrs. Amy Martin. Kelsey Wallace, who keeps promising puppies to everyone. Kelsey's out here just mumbling away about stuff. Actually, Kelsey recently got into a pretty serious accident at Highway 6, and I'm sure I'll get the other road wrong. Was it Blue Line? Cockshot again? I can't get this right at all. Cockshut Blue. I just don't want to start with Cockshut. It's just like wrong, right? So anyway, so St. John's Road and the Cockshut Blue Line. Oh God. Okay, Blue Line. St. John's Road. Got T-boned. So I don't know if anybody from county management's listening. How about we see some lights around town? It might be a really good idea. Not that I know anything about civil engineering or anything like that. And then finally, Tim Peters, sitting to my right, doing the wonderful receipts of those bidding on the painting. I think that's everyone. So thank you very much to our board who worked so diligently in making this foundation roll.
Well, and you don't want to give yourself a direct shout out, but of course there's you who has maybe the brainchild for this ludicrous idea, and we all got behind it, and we're very thankful for your idea because this is a wonderful success for the foundation and for Port Dover. So thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Amy. So I'd like to segue to one of my favorites around town, a little video with Peter, and then followed by some great entertainment by House. Enjoy, folks.
Hi, I'm Peter Nechtel. I am the owner-operator of the Beach House in Port Dover on Walker Street. My mom and dad came to Port Dover with us kids around 1960. Started off with a hot dog stand and gradually grew to where we are now. The Beach House being our latest addition, we've been trying to create kind of like a warm, inviting atmosphere here, one that kind of highlights a lot of the history of the town, and also we have a great menu. So it's our goal that you not only enjoy our great view of the lake and the beach, but you also, while you're here, take in some of the sights and sounds of Port Dover's past that we have on our walls. My dad found employment with Don Ivy at the Summer Gardens, and he became Don's kind of go-to guy and a bit of a manager there. And then my mom and dad eventually started running one of the concessions where they sold pop and chips inside the Summer Gardens. We ended up buying a hot dog stand next door called Scotty's, and that became our first kind of start in Port Dover independently. We added the surf shop after that, and then from there we added the Dover Dairy Bar, the Fisherman's Catch, which is called Mike's Family Restaurant, added the Beach House, we added the train station, which we acquired, and I guess my dad always said he had to keep buying things so that his kids would all have a separate place to work. I've always been interested in art, photography, and anything I purchase, I really wanted it to be real, to have some kind of a tie or some kind of connection to Port Dover. I needed a mural in the restaurant for a big spot in the wall, and I had an idea of what I wanted. It was a painting that I had hanging in my house that I had acquired from a local businessman. It was painted by an artist called Jack Bechtel in probably late 1950s or so. So I asked a friend of mine, Elizabeth Barrett Milner, who's also a Port Dover artist, if she could recreate this painting for me, this mural that I could hang up in the restaurant. And well, a few months later, my mural came back to me. It's a beautiful piece. It showcases a lot of Port Dover. The original mural part that I wanted is up in here, and Liz kind of kept going, and she expanded, and she included many points of the history of our family in Port Dover. The Summer Gardens, you can see the Dairy Bar. All these things, there's so many little things. It's like a huge encyclopedia with different sections that you can just go to and tell a story about each little part in this thing. And I spent a lot of time talking about this mural to people. Well, I'm really proud to be a part of this initiative of the Port Dover Foundation. Our family has always supported anything that will help out Port Dover and Norfolk County, of course. And There's not a lot of people out there handing out money to get things done anymore. We got to do it ourselves. And that's the way Port Dover's always done things. We do it ourselves. We get things done. When we want an arena, we get an arena. We want a park, we get a park. We don't wait around for someone else to hand it out. So we need your support. This town needs your support. It's a great place. I know you all know that. Let's keep it that way. Thank you.
Sure. And what else? Oh, yeah. Hi. Hi. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. It's Mark again, Port Dover Foundation. Doing a little bit more business here. Just want to make sure we get our shout-outs to our sponsors. Right now, we're shouting out to Cobb & Jones, and I'd like to make a mention of Sean Schwartz, who's a Doverite here, a partner at Cobb & Jones, and also, I think, a contributor to some of our auctioning this evening, hence the word auctioning, not pledging yet, though, right? How am I doing there? Am I getting you in trouble, Tim? No? Yeah, okay. So, thank you very much for that, Sean. And we're looking for more bids on our lovely piece of artwork here. We're at $2,100 and holding steady fast. Know that the bidding will cease after the upcoming Jesse Murphy Trio group performance. So that is your deadline. And if you happen to hear that song playing, you're going to want to bid on that item. Again, Cobb & Jones, an on-air sponsor for upcoming entertainment, Mr. House Milner.
Oh, take me down to Erie Shore, where the white gulls cry and the blackbacks soar, to where the air is fresh and new and the sunsets glow when the day is through. Out on the waves I wanna be, to feel the roll beneath my feet and bend my back with honest men and do my share when the nets come in. And when our decks are loaded down, we'll set our course for Dover town. Snug in this harbor we will rest until the morning breaks again. Oh, take me down to Erie Shore, where the white gulls cry and the blackbacks soar.
August 6th, 2020, in debt. We got Ron over here on the bass. We got Brian over here on the lead guitar. We got Mike here in the back on the drums. And I'm Cliff. We are social distancing in this time of COVID-19. We are all wearing masks, except for me on this song, because I got to use this. I tried to play a harmonica with the mask. It does not go well. But we're still doing everything up to code. We're still doing our part. You guys do your part. Fight this thing. Wait till we get a vaccine, and then we'll unleash some fury on you. Here is The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Legend lives on from the Chippewa down the big lake they call Kitchigumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up for dead, but the skies in November turn gloomy. The load of iron on 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and crew were up on the beach when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. That big freighter's go, it was bigger than most, with a new crew and captain well seasoned, including some terms with a couple steel firms. They left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night as the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they were feeling? Ooh yeah. The wind and the waves made a tattletale sound as the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. And afternoon came, it was all freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. And supper time came, the cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, cheer up to feed ya." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway came in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain whined and he had water coming in. The good ship and crew were in peril. And later that night as the lights went outside came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Okay! Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the days turn minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, they might have capsized, they may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains are the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Come on! Well, Lake Huron rolls Superior sings in the roots of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And further below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the on-boats go as a mariners I'll know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit where they prayed, the Time Sailors Cathedral. Their church bell had chimed to rang 21 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down the big lake they call Kitchigumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
Thanks, guys. Stay safe.
Welcome back, everyone. That's wonderful entertainment from In Debt. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And Jesse Murphy, another good performance from them. These are local acts doing their thing, having fun on stage. We really appreciate their quality of entertainment. You can see them around town at various locations. Be sure to get out and support live entertainment. It took a real hit over the last year and a half, and any opportunity you have to go and see a local band at a local facility, it's really beneficial to everyone. So this doesn't come together very easily, and it takes a lot of work behind the scenes. So I'd like to thank Dave Kent, who did a tremendous job putting the show together. Chris Akins, whose talent and wisdom guided us through this production. Got our cameraman. Put it back on yourself there, Craig. Hey, Craig, you're so talkative. So talkative, Craig. Ben's upstairs handling all the technology. Heather, where's Heather in the backstage here? Stage left. How'd I do there, Heather? Stage left?
No.
Haley, where'd she go? Is Haley still there? She is. Hi, Haley. And Riley, thank you very much. Wonderful job by everybody. Thank you so much. So that's a lot to do with our production and putting it all together. And none of this happens without any of them. So again, thank you. So we're at that point now where we have to lay down the law on the painting. Maitland River, 2011, September. So it's kind of like a 9/11 thing too, but not really. But anyway. 24 by 36, oil on canvas, Bruce Steinhoff. Current bid is $2,100. At the end of the next segment of entertainment by the Jesse Murphy Trio, it will be ending the auction and we will announce the winner. So you're going to need to bid soon. I would like to update our total at $20,600. And Amy, aside from getting to $20,600, what are we hearing from those folks out there?
Well, besides the fact that they're having the best night of their lives in Port Dover, we've got lots of great people chiming in the comment sections. We encourage you to do the same. Let us know what your favorite acts are. Let us know what you've loved seeing. And give a special shout out here to, I've got Jordy Hepburn, who's super homesick in the comments. And I believe Dr. John Hepburn even called in with a little donation for us. So we've got a full family affair going. Jane McCarthy, Don Tomlinson, Valerie White, Sam Swartz, I see you still in the comments. So thank you guys so much for your support and keep it coming. We are watching.
So this evening is not over yet. We still are taking donations and we will continue to take donations and pledges after this show ends. So you can watch it repeatedly. You know you're going to watch it over and over again. It's like Gilligan's Island first episode. It's the best ever. So you're going to want to watch this. You're going to want to donate. You're going to contribute to your community. And I'd like to give a shout out to 23 Market for our entertainment sponsorship of the next act, the final act of the auction, silent auction for the painting, Jesse Murphy Trio. Here we go.
Every day I had the blues. Every day I have the blues. Every day. Every day I have the blues. When you see me worry, baby, it's you I have to lose. Nobody loves me, no. Nobody seems to care. Nobody loves me. Nobody seems to care. Talking about worries and troubles, people. Oh, you know that
Just want to say a big thanks to the Port Dover Foundation for having us be a part of their telethon. And yeah, we hope everyone stays safe and healthy out there, and we really hope to see you soon. Thanks, take care.
The bidding is closed. The painting is awarded to Sean and Sam Schwartz, $2,100. Hang it proudly and enjoy. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Amy, after the live show is over, how would one continue to contribute to our telethon pledges?
Well, that's funny because I just asked you that and I realized you didn't know the answer, so now you're asking me, but that's fine, I'm ready. So if you're watching us, where's the camera? If you're watching us on a replay, don't use those phone numbers. We love them, but they are live for tonight only. So if you are watching tomorrow, the next day, the day after, and you would like to donate to the foundation, visit our website, visit our Facebook page. We can take an e-transfer, you can pay with credit card online, you can mail us a check. There are so many ways, but we recommend that you visit our website and find out how to contact us. Thanks, Mark.
No problem, Amy. Well explained and very to the point. Really appreciate that succinct message you just sent to everyone. So yes, those phone numbers will die at the end of this telethon. Do not use those phone numbers going forward. And in fact, if you look at your screen right now, there's no silent auction number on the screen anymore because the silent auction is over. Sean and Sam Schwartz, say that 3 times, have won it. Sean and Sam Schwartz, Sean and Sam Schwartz, Sean and Sam Schwartz, Sean and Sam Schwartz, Sean and Sam Schwartz. It's almost like an ELO tune. Brian Reichel, I'm sorry I did not mention your name earlier. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Derek Reichel. How'd I do? I always don't get it right. Richel, for providing us this opportunity to use the stage, and the Lighthouse Festival Theater Board of Directors, because they, of course, have to be part of the process because they, too, have a board. So thank you very much. Really appreciate this. So without further ado, and we're moving on, and we're moving out, and we're moving towards a near close, where are we going? I guess Richard has a little story for us about where we are. Enjoy, everyone.
And I hope you're enjoying the telethon so far. I'm the guy that looks after the clock in the Lighthouse Festival Theatre Tower, which has been up there since 1909. So we're going to take a tour of the clock and the bell and show you all the workings of this landmark in Port Dover. So here we are in the back of the balcony of the theatre in the tech booth. And in order to get to the clock, we have to go through a trapdoor in the ceiling. So I have a couple of keys here that will unlatch it. You can see. And then we have a ladder that we got to pull down. And up we go. So the first thing that we encounter is the bell. And this bell came to Port Dover in 1869 from Troy, New York, and was originally in Powell Park in a tower and was rung by hand with this huge wheel that was attached to it that, of course, would have a rope in it. And a man was hired to ring the bell 4 times a day. And that was at 7 in the morning, noon, 1, and 6, which pretty much marked the work day of the time, and also on special occasions. And for that job, he was paid a whopping $50 a year. So here we are up in the very top where the clock resides, and we're about 60 feet up. It's pretty much the tallest spot in Port Dover, still. The clock was installed in 1909, and somewhere around the late 1800s, they decided that they wanted to have a clock. The building was already here as a town hall. They held fundraisers like strawberry socials and music concerts and so on. In order to raise the $650 required to be able to buy the clock, they decided on the E. Howard Company of Boston, Massachusetts. So in 1909, the clock was put in place. The way this clock is designed, it's mechanical, of course. There's 2 sides to it. This side of it powers the clock. This side of it powers the bell ringing. Both of them are powered by weights. They travel down a chute at the northeast corner of the theater, and it takes about 8 days for them to travel all the way down. So traditionally, a person would come up here and wind this clock once a week, and this is the handle that is used to wind it, as you can see. And what it's doing right now is lifting the weights that power the clock. So this pendulum, which is, you can see, is a wooden shaft, is about 9 feet long, going through the floor to the large metal ball at the bottom, which we see. And it is suspended, believe it or not, by these 2 very thin pieces of metal. They're about 13 thousandths of an inch thick, which is about 3 or 4 hairs thickness. And that's what suspends the whole thing. Well, of course, it has to be able to flex, and it has to be able to be strong. And you can see this arm here is actually moving the pendulum. And it's usually within 30 seconds to a minute over the course of a week, one way or the other. So not too bad. So there you have it, folks. A tour of the famous Lighthouse Festival Theatre clock. And I hope you enjoyed it and learned a few things. And now returning you back to the Port Dover Foundation Telethon. Cheers, and thanks for coming.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name's Lucas. That's my friend Kelly. And I'm about to escape from this straitjacket right here. I actually hold 4 official Guinness World Records for escaping from straitjackets faster than anybody else in the world. So we thought it was only fair that we finish tonight with a straitjacket escape. But we're gonna make it a little more difficult by also putting me inside this big old packing crate and locking it up and chaining it up. But first things first, gotta put on this straitjacket. Thank you, Kelly. It takes 2 people to put on a straitjacket, and the first thing you may notice about a straitjacket is, well, it goes on like no other jacket you've ever worn in your entire life. All the buckles are on the back of the jacket, so you can't get to them. And the sleeves, check it out, sewn shut, so you can't use your fingers to undo any of the buckles. The buckles themselves, well, they're not like your belt buckle. They're called tension buckles. They got little teeth on them, so if you push or pull, it actually bites down on the strap, making it more difficult to escape from. If you go back and you watch Houdini escape from a straitjacket, you'll notice during his escapes, he would wiggle and jiggle and lift his arms over top of his head. Well, the people that make straitjackets, they caught on to that. So in the 1950s, they added these nifty little loops to the fronts and to the sides of jackets, so you could no longer lift your arms up and over top of your head, meaning I had to completely reinvent the way of escaping from a straitjacket. Kelly's done up 4 buckles on the back. She's done up this 5th one. It holds down my arms. Then she's gonna take care of this last one carefully. What this last strap does, it prevents me from being able to take the jacket and lift it up and over top of my head. Kind of locks me in place. I think you did good, Kelly. Thank you. Okay, that's good. I think she did a good job here.
All right, as you can see, the jacket is done up perfectly. So now all that's left to do is, Lucas, get in that box. Just jump right in there. Oh, yeah, I guess maybe I should help him.
Get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a light to follow. And if you do, you have a future real bright. And it's a combination of consistency. Come on and say, oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. With another sunrise, it's a brand new day, so gonna make a little list to keep the worries away. I gotta dance just a little bit, move to be free. Keep my head up, don't forget to be me. Like I won $1 million, like a kid to pay dirt. Gonna smile from ear to ear, the kind that makes your face hurt. And we'll laugh, jump, sing loud, not afraid to shout about being happy, living it out. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a light to follow. And if you do, you have a future real bright. And it's a combination of consistency. Come on and sing, oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on, come on and sing, yeah. Come on, come on, come on and sing.
Thanks, everybody. I'm Lucas. That's Kelly. Call in, make a donation. Go to the website, make a donation. Thanks for tuning in to the Port Dover Foundation Telethon. Mark, how was that?
That's incredible.
Thank you.
That is incredible. Thank you very much, Lucas, and thank you very much. Come on up, everyone, if you'd like to take a bow before we leave tonight. Want to thank everybody for your support. Thank you very much for what we do and what you bring to the table by pledging to us your hard-earned funds, and we'll try to use it wisely in your community as well as our community. So welcome, and thank you very much, everybody. Lucas, thank you. Come on out. Come on out. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Here comes Doc Hall. He's going to send us off here with a little ditty and a jig. 25,000. Our total to end the evening is $25,000. $25,000. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Port Dover. Keep the pledges alive. See you soon.